most of the time we sit in a room, we talk, and I'll say, well, what is the feeling like? And he'll do a little vamp or, you know, some little chord thing, and it gives me words, or sometimes I'll come up with a line or two, and it'll, you know, inspire him, you know, to do something musically, but it's very improvisational for the most part.
Trying to just really get at the heart of what the emotion is, what the character is, what's in there. It's sort of like method writing. It's like working backwards into it. But the interesting thing is it's not doing it by yourself, you're doing it as a team. So it's almost like Lynn has one hand on the steering wheel, I have that hand, and we can only see just maybe 5 to 10 feet ahead.
Well, you know, you have in common with a lot of, it's a wonderful thing that both of you were the other one, in a sense. Like, you were a composer, you were a lyricist. And so there's a real musicality that the lyricist understands and a real vocabulary, for lack of a better word, that the composer understands, right?
And a lot of times, you know, he'll say, that word is just popping out at me, it doesn't feel right, or, you know, is there another, you know, it's just something's wrong here lyrically, or I'm finding it hard to sing it, and there's a reason for that, and I think it's because this is a little too fancy here, or whatever it is.
Right. But also, really, the music is illuminates the text, and Lynn might say, well, I'm not sure if this idea is coming across, or, you know, even the idea of arrangement. It might be the correct harmony or tune even.
There is a certain amount of this that goes on sometimes?
A certain amount.
I think if you're going to work with somebody that agrees with you all the time, why don't you just stay at home and do it yourself?
Right, yeah.
You know, that would be easier, and I wouldn't have to change my shirt as often.
That's the challenge of working alone and writing music and lyrics alone, is that you end up hating yourself most of the time.
Oh, Andrew, no.
But I think...
for another day.
But we do have, I wouldn't call them arguments exactly, but we disagree on things, and there are times, you know, famous, you know, times for me when I've said, you know, this song is completely not working, we have to cut this song, we have to write a new song. Stephen has acquiesced grudgingly. We've gone and written a new song. It wasn't as good as the first song.
No.
We go back, and then we realize it's just the bridge, you know, that needs to be fixed.
I mean, like working on Once on This Island, for example, Lynn said this song, it was the opening number, and like 90% of the score is based on that original theme. And I'm like, if this number's not right, then like the score's not right, you know? And I said, honestly, I said this part and this part and this part, I said, I know that this is right, and I know I can't do better. It feels so right to me. But you're right. When we get to the chorus, it was too intellectual. And these were characters who were simple peasant folk, and would basically use their bodies to do their work, and it needed to somehow get more physical, I thought. So I started walking around New York thinking of the rhythm, the beat, and I wrote a much simpler melody for the chorus, and then ran home and I said, you're right, here it is, and then the entire number worked.